How do your insecurities rear their ugly head? Is it when you're in class or a board meeting and you find yourself hesitating before you make your opinion known? Is it when you try on a new dress for the first time? Is it when you get up to speak on stage or in front of a group of people? Do your insecurities make you wonder if you're good enough, smart enough, funny enough, fun enough, pretty enough, or any other kind of enough? What would you say if I told you that those insecurities you battle with are a lie? What would you say if I told you the lies behind the insecurities? How much would your life change if you could understand the concept behind your insecurities? Well, if you would like that, then keep watching this video to the end. What is insecurity? Insecurity is also known as a tendency to lack confidence in oneself. It is often experienced by many people in at least one aspect of their lives. Insecurity can arise and be a part of one's life for a long time. In cases when that happens, the doubts and negative feelings that accompany insecurity can negatively affect other areas of life. Those who suffer from high levels of insecurity can experience difficulty in creating long-lasting relationships. They can also experience difficulty attending to daily tasks due to a self-perceived level of inadequacy. With insecurity comes the twin pair of negative thoughts and doubts. Second-guessing every action is exhausting, and it makes it difficult to fit in with peers, find and accept support, and reach ascertained goals. Those who suffer from high levels of insecurities also have to deal with anxiety, fear, and worry. What causes insecurity? Well, insecurity can be caused by several factors. It might begin as a result of a traumatic event such as a divorce, bankruptcy, or loss. It can also be a result of environmental factors like the unpredictable nature of daily life. It can result in uncertainty over ordinary, routine events. Adults who had pushy parents can also suffer from insecurity. If, as children, they were pushed and prodded excessively by their parents due to the parents' desire for success more than that of the child grows up to be an adult riddled with insecurities. Also, adults who have significant others that push them towards excellence or an unrealistic goal, regardless of said person's goals and desires, can experience insecurities. Another factor that plays a big role in the development of insecurities is the attachment bond formed between a child and the primary caregiver. If the caregiver fails to adequately respond to the infant's needs, an insecure attachment may result. This can result in insecurities. Insecure attachments can also develop from abuse, isolation, or loneliness. Children who grew up with inconsistent or self-absorbed parents will also develop insecurities, among other things. Such children could grow up unable to form lasting emotional connections and to be anxious and fearful as they don't know what life could throw at them, just as they didn't know what to expect from their parents. Some studies show that those who are violent against their partners are more likely to have experienced an insecure attachment as a child. For other people, intimate relationships are the source of their insecurity. Those who experience insecurity in their relationships could also be affected by attachment insecurity. Those in relationships with insecure attachments are more likely to interpret their partner's behaviors as hostile or negative. This can result in them acting defensively, escalating a relationship conflict, or even creating conflict from neutral interactions. The lies of insecurities. Insecurities create an alternate reality as it makes you believe a lie about yourself. You then walk around with that great untruth about you. An important trick that can help you quiet the voice of insecurities understands that how you feel is not who you are. You might feel invisible or insignificant or overlooked, but that is simply not who you are. Many times you'll find yourself believing the lies that insecurities feed you because they seem true, but they are not. By firmly believing that you are more than what your insecurities are telling you, you don't give in and you don't give up, as many are prone to do. To help you understand that your insecurities are nothing but a lie, let us check out some of the lies that insecurities feed you to keep you downtrodden. Number 1. Who I am and what I struggle with is the same thing. There are times in each of our individual lives when we think something along the lines of, If I fail, then I'm a failure. This statement is simply not true. We are human and we are going to make mistakes. We are not always going to get it right on the first try. This is why there is a saying that goes, "Practice makes perfect." It is only by continually working on something that you can succeed at it. As humans, we are bound to struggle and fumble, but those strives don't define us. Instead, they help refine us to become better people. If you choose to assume your weaknesses, then you are bound for a life of defeats, and guess what? The insecurities win. While you may feel dejected, rejected, unproductive, overlooked, unnoticed, cheated, and ignored, or whatever words your insecurities whisper to you, recognize the lie for what it is and accept that you are not any of those words. The moment you know who you truly are and begin to act in your true identity, you will no longer be a slave to your insecurities. You will always begin your statements with "I am" rather than "I feel" when you describe yourself. Number 2. Who I am and what I do is the same thing. Insecurities are a very terrible thing. They tend to blur the line between who we are and what we do. When the insecurities rear their ugly head, it makes you believe you're nothing but a singular act or deed. We are known to be human beings, not human doings. Insecurities rear their ugly head when we only base our sense of self on our abilities, possessions, or status. Not even Beethoven was inspired every day. Many creative individuals suffer from creative blocks which prevent them from putting up their best work. At moments like this, their insecurities speak against their talents, making them feel they're not as good as they once thought. Life is full of ups and downs, the good days and the bad days. The lie that insecurities whisper is trying to make us believe that our bad days are who we really are. Number 3. Who I am is not good enough. Insecurity is a highly deceptive voice that tries to tell us we are not doing enough. It can take a step further and speak to us that we are never going to be good enough. Insecurity does not want you to remember the good days. It also casts a shallow pallor on the good memories and takes away some of the joy in those memories, somehow making them seem less. Insecurity does not allow self-confidence to shine, and it always strives to make us feel less about who we are. It points out the little mistakes we made and tries to ruin our good memories and confidence in ourselves. Insecurities remind you of the catch in your voice when you answered a question, but doesn't allow you to remember how impressed everyone was that you knew the answer. It makes you remember the word you mispronounced, but conveniently forgets the standing ovation you received at the end of your speech. The lie that insecurity constantly speaks is to make you believe that you are not good enough. Effects of insecurity. Several negative effects are linked with insecurity. In addition to struggling to form healthy relationships, those who suffer from insecurity can also find it difficult to share their emotions. They could also find it difficult to speak up about important aspects of their daily lives to the important people in their lives. A person who is too anxious or insecure to speak up may find it difficult to be rightly recognized at work or in school. Without being forthright about their abilities and accomplishments, he or she might not receive a well-deserved promotion. This creates a ripple effect as said person then becomes further insecure about his or her perceived lack of ability. Those who find it difficult to form relationships or even have difficulty handling meeting new people due to their chronic insecurity might become too shy and anxious to face anyone at all. This will result in giving up and living a reclusive life. By creating distance from people, isolation sets in, and it is often associated with mental health issues like depression, social anxiety, and low self-esteem. Insecurity is observed in a wide variety of mental health conditions and personality disorders including narcissism, schizophrenia, borderline personality, paranoid personality, dependent personality, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, body image issues. People with these conditions may not appear to be insecure. Those with narcissistic personalities, for instance, may not appear insecure. They may boast of their accomplishments and abilities. They may be extremely arrogant and could believe in their perceived superiority. However, all of those traits simply cover deeply and cleverly hidden feelings of insecurity and self-doubt. Those who suffer from borderline personality also experience insecurities, especially insecurities that have to do with their sense of identity. Those with this personality type could fear abandonment and doubt their own abilities to form lasting relationships with other people and come to excessively depend on those they have around them as a result. In conclusion, insecurity deals with everyone in different strokes with different brushes. While some might be insecure about their social and love life, others could be insecure about their careers. Insecurity belittles us and attempts to make us feel less than what we really are. In truth, however, our insecurities simply speak lies about who we are. It attempts to reduce our abilities, our achievements, and our self-worth to nothing. It attempts to belittle us to nothing. Which of these lies of insecurity are you battling with? Why don't you let us know, as well as your progress, in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. Now, if you will excuse me, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.